Hi guys, welcome back, and if you're tuning in after watching my Allegiant video, welcome to part 2 of my Colorado Unexpected special. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Blood Incantation's brand new album, Timewave 0. So I will be detailing what I find good, what I find bad, and what I find quite interesting about this record, and at the end of that, summing up my points. And then it's over to you, the viewer, to listen to the album, and then let me know what you think of both the video and the record in the comments section underneath me. So without further ado, time to open the Stargate and enter the world of Timewave 0. So this album is made up of 2 tracks, which is Io and Ia, and these 2 songs span the ideas of space and consciousness itself. So you would argue that this is completely different to anything that the band have ever released before, but really if you think about it, think of songs like Meticulous Soul Devourment. Really, there's not actually that much different from Timewave 0 here. Even the Giza power plant, there's sections of ambient moments, and, you know, really that sort of feeling of Blood Incantation is still very much present. Paul Riedel has released 5 different hovercraft tapes since 2010, but since 2008 he's been releasing music that's across many different genres of experimental music, drone, folk music, ambient, dark ambient, all sorts of stuff really. So with that in mind, Blood Incantation aren't actually really strangers to this kind of music, and Paul has been very vocal about this in the past. If anything, I think that Timewave 0 really helps to understand the overall idea of what Blood Incantation represent, particularly when you look at the, the physicals that you've had for Starspawn and also Hidden History of the Human Race. Like, there's loads of different literature that the band have been kind of reading, and they put that in front of you to really kind of look at questioning our existence, which I think is so cool and really kind of transcends something that isn't just like a brand. This is genuinely what they believe in. But as much as Timewave 0 is definitely an album, it's also an amazing experience. And kind of one of those things where if I don't really know what I want to listen to, I kind of put this on and just kind of veg out and just sort of zone out into the cosmos. And I really dig it. So now we come to the bad, which basically is if you wanted a death metal record, no luck, I'm afraid. And that's pretty much it. I can't really see that there's a whole lot that's really bad about this record. If anything, I think it will make people a bit more open-minded, which I think is really important. So when it comes to the name of the record, it's actually the theme, I would imagine, which is Timewave 0. And this is a term that's been coined by Terence McKenna. And his belief is that the universe is being inexplicably drawn to a complex attractor. And the closer that we get to this, the quicker this happens. And apparently it's meant to be a level event where I think the world just will get extinguished. So fairly run-of-the-mill for like death metal, cosmic kind of ideas. But one that's really interesting. And again, this is one of those things where listening to Blood Incantation does really make you think like, oh wow, okay, I want to kind of explore those ideas and those theories a little bit more. The record was also captured entirely on tape at world-famous studios. And one of the things I find really interesting is the fact that they could have written a death metal album, but they decided instead, no, we're going to write as a band, because this is a collaborative effort, whereas previously the kind of primary songwriters were Isaac Falk and Paul Riedel, and then, they kind of arranged it with the other members and things like that. Whereas Timewave 0 is completely all of the members being involved, which is, again, I think something really interesting. And in terms of what the sort of, I guess, reference points would be for this record, for me, it kind of reminded me of Tangerine Dream's Phaedra. I love that album. I'd never listened to Jean-Michel Jarre's Oxygène, but that definitely reminded me of that. Klaus Schulze was also someone that kind of kept on cropping up that I was looking at. And also just a couple of the more obscure bands like Emeralds, Steve Hauschild as well. But they're kind of like more sort of positive sounding, I would say. But I also think this is a great way for people to kind of go into this kind of cosmic idea and embrace it. Blood Incantation have gone completely left field with their new release. And despite it having no presence of death metal whatsoever, it's 100% Blood Incantation. So I hope you learned something new about Blood Incantation and their new album Timewave 0 today, but I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on both the video and also the album after you've given it a listen. So drop those comments down below and I will see you very, very soon for another album review. Take care, my friends.